Hello YouTube, welcome back to another Seat lap guide. My name is Sir Foch and today we're driving the Lambo EVO2 around Imola. One of the classics, don't really think it needs a big introduction. Obviously the modern version quite a lot different from the classic one. All these chicanes with all the big bumps, big sausages is definitely presenting quite a unique challenge of balancing the drivability over curbs and all the bumps, and in general just good pace and stability. This setup feels alright, definitely can do a little bit more work on it, but overall isn't too bad. That being said, it's all really about the driver here. The track is super tricky, super technical, a lot of high-speed corners, very narrow in places as well. Generally only one racing line, or one line really available for most of these corners, which makes fighting not impossible, especially with all these bumps. It's very frequent that the cars will make some errors on the exits, which will result in ability to overtake, yet at the same time fighting on this circuit costs more time than usual. With how narrow the track is, the side-by-side speed is significantly lower, so picking your battles is definitely one of the skills to learn while driving on the circuit. Going for every move possible will probably not pay off in the long run. That being said, let's talk about the references for this circuit. So for turn 1, we're looking for the side road on the right side and braking half a car length after it, running plenty of wings, so we can definitely brake a bit later. Downshift to second, short shift to third, flat out for the exit. Car definitely has enough rotation for this. For this corner, braking between 100 and 50 board. Fourth gear, clip the apex, brake once again to third, clip the other apex. Here we're braking at the 100-meter board or at the end of the side road. A little bit of area instability, but I guess the tires aren't quite there yet. For this next corner, braking just before the 50-meter board, downshifting to third. A little bit of trailing into the corner, careful not to invalidate. The red curbs, or the red stripe is the limit. Little tap on the brakes after the apex, big braking down to second. Clip the apex, can run all the way out here on the exit. Like I said though, the red stripe on the Italian flag colors is the track limit. Braking just when the curb starts cutting all the way on both sides. And once again, you can use the entire exit curb. As long as two wheels are on the red stripe, you're all good. For the last corner, we're braking just before or at the 100-meter board, downshift to second. Back on throttle, a little tap on the brakes here, try to not go over the sausages on the apex. And that is a lap of Imola. Quite a tricky one, takes quite a lot of practice to get your lines right, to get the bumps right. But quite a satisfying track to push it on. Alright, so here's our setup. Not much to see on page 1 or 2. Running map 3, traction control 3, apart from the hairpin where we're going 1 on the exit. And nothing interesting here. And this is where the kind of interesting stuff starts to happen. Even though there's not that much interesting here for a 1.9 standards. Pretty classic setup, quite a lot more bumps to operate than usual. Stiff roll bars, front and rear. Can maybe lower the rear one a little bit to increase the stability. Pretty stiff front bump damper, but the rest of the damper is very soft. Seems to handle the curves relatively well this way. And aero-wise, we made quite a bit of sacrifices as well, raising the front end up quite a bit. And also for me, this is not quite a full wing track. Lambo with a full wing is just really slow on the straight, so taking some wing off might make the car a little bit more enjoyable in the race trim. Then again, maybe you can get a little bit more pace by adding some wing and adding some ride height on the rear. That being said, I'll leave you off with a hot lap and see you on the next one.